Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a really simple recipe with this aubergine that I've just picked from the garden. So it's really simple, really easy to do, so everyone can do it. So whether regardless of the diet that you're on, whether you're on a vegan diet, whether you're on a vegetarian diet, this is perfectly fine and everyone can enjoy it. But the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut it into circles. I'll take the end off where the flour's been because that's going to be a little bit tough. So take that off and then I'm just going to cut it into circles. It's absolutely gorgeous, this aubergine. So you want circles that are about half a centimetre thick, so they cook nice and evenly. And this is a variety called listed Agandia, and it's grown into a really beautiful specimen. We do garden in an organic way, so if you do get little insect bites like that, just get rid of it. I mean, some of the plants do get attacked by bugs, but it's organic. Now for the spices. You're not going to need a lot of spices. It's going to be really simple to do. The first thing on our spice list is turmeric powder or haldi, and all you need is about a quarter of a teaspoon. So a bit of that. A little bit of chili, again about a quarter of a teaspoon will do us. A little bit there. Coriander powder, again same amount, all in equal measure. Oops, always on camera. And about the same amount of salt as well. So that I'm going to add a tiny little bit of water, not too much, just to mix it all into a little paste. So it's like a fine paste. That's it. So there's our spices ready. Really simple to do. Okay. Now, next thing, get our aubergines and just dip them in. Get them all coated in this lovely spices. So there we go, get them all in. So get them all coated in this lovely spice. Absolutely beautiful. So you don't need to be too spice heavy on this. Just a little bit is enough. So it just wants to be a gentle rub, so make sure that you get a little bit on everything. You don't need loads on them. If you run out of marinade, just add a little bit more spices if you need to. But there we go. Use every last little bit and get it all mopped up. Absolutely beautiful. Perfect. See, the beauty about this is you don't need to leave this to marinate for hours and hours and hours. You can quickly apply your spices and then get cooking pretty much instantly. Get my frying pan on the heat, and I've just washed the frying pan, so I'm just letting the water dry before I put the oil in. So now that the frying pan's heated up and all the water's dried off it, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of, I'm using sunflower oil, and I'm not using olive oil for this because olive oil on a process like this, it burns. It burns really easily. It's got a low heat temperature. So sunflower oil, vegetable oil, rapeseed oil is good. Anything like that. I'm going to get cooking. There we go. You can hear it sizzling straight away as I put these pieces in. Absolutely beautiful. You can do this on a grill. You can do this on a barbecue. It works just as well. You know, use this combination of spices. But if you're going to do this on a barbecue or on a grill, instead of mixing it with water, mix it with oil. It just gives it that flavour a bit better and it cooks a lot nicer. See, they cook through really nicely and really beautifully on this griddle pan. You can see the lines from the griddle pan coming through on it. Absolutely gorgeous. I've given it one turn, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it cook on that side for a few minutes, and then I'm going to give it another flip so it cooks on the other side again. I'm going to cook it on both sides twice for a couple of minutes. So all in all, it takes about 5-6 minutes to cook, a couple of minutes on each side. And cook it on a low heat. So it's had a couple of minutes. Give it another flip. Cook it on a low heat, and that way you're not going to burn it. Like I say, this is a really, really simple recipe to do. And because these are homegrown aubergines, they're just so tasty. One or two, you could stick this through. You could stick a couple of slices of this between a couple of slices of bread, and you've got yourself a nice burger. Now you cook this all according to your own taste preferences. Now, traditionally, as Bengalis, we like our food very well cooked. So anything with a slight raw taste, we don't, in our diet or in our way of cooking, is not really it's not really done. But if you wanted to eat it and have a bit of a crisp from the aubergine, raw aubergine, just sear it on both sides and then you're away. So this is one of those recipes that you won't find in Indian restaurants. I mean, the Bengalis in this country developed the Indian food trade, but this is one of the recipes we've kept to ourselves. And with that, my bangan biryani is almost done. I'm going to start picking these off. These are looking absolutely beautiful. Look at that. They're cooked to absolute perfection. See, on a barbecue, do you know when you have that smoky flavour and that slight burn from the flames, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I'll get my next batch on while I'm waiting for these. A little bit of oil again. Spread that around and get these guys on. So this is one of those dishes that goes with absolutely everything. I mean, you could eat this plain with some rice, with some chapatis, or you could just eat it like I do on its own. Bismillah. Absolutely beautiful. One of my favourites, actually. The doors are off the kitchen at the moment because we're having a bit of a refurb. There should be a video coming out on that pretty soon on how we're doing it for a really low budget. But I'm going to carry on cooking these through. If you do like what you see, make sure you hit that like and subscribe for regular updates. And I also make videos on Patreon, so if you do want to support our channel, that's a great way of doing it. I'll see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.